So the WNBA season is upon us, and there are a lot, and I mean a lot of questions. What teams are going to be the best? What teams are going to be the worst? And who is going to be first? Who's going to be last? And in this video, I'm going to be going over my power rankings for the WNBA seasons. And before we get on to that, if you guys are new to the channel, obviously subscribe to this, but also we are having a channel, WNBA Daily, which I'm going to start uploading a lot on. Basically, it's going to be breakdowns of a lot of games that you're not going to see on this channel, because I'm not going to lie, nobody gives a flying fuck on this channel about me doing a pre-season breakdown on the Connecticut Sun versus the New York Liberty and what it means. Whereas there are some people that do. Of the 50,000, you guys, maybe 800 do. And this is a channel for you 800. It's a channel for the 800 of you guys. But yeah, so anyway, we're going to be doing the power rankings here, which I do think people care quite a bit about. So we have got in last place, who I believe might be the worst WNBA team in history, the Portland Fire. This is one of the worst teams I have ever seen. And they got worse in the last week. They traded away Maya Caldwell and Chloe Bibby. Maya Caldwell is a starter on this team. Maya Caldwell might be the best player on this team. I'm not joking. Frida Booner is probably going to be their main player. Sarah Williams, a third-round pick, might start. Carly Samuelson might be their best scorer. Carla Lake might average 24 a game. Like, it is the maddest shit. This team would get cooked by Carla Lake Zaragoza team. Absolutely cooked by her EuroLeague team. They might not win 4 games. They might go 3-41. They are pathetically bad. There are bad teams. They are pathetically bad. And they're in here at 15. At number 14, we have got the Washington Mystics. Why do I have the Mystics? They're clearly not trying to win. They have got millions in cap room. Like millions in cap room. And with the likes of Natasha Cloud available, they were like, nah, we good. Shakira Austin is starting the season off after not playing preseason. I don't know how healthy she is. If you look at this team, you got third round pick as a backup point guard. Like, you have your backup point guard is a third round pick rookie. Alex Wilson is not a WNBA player. Little Paige Bueckers on a dev contract. You have a 5'4" rookie point guard who has the skill, but she's gonna get cooked. Anya Ware is their closest thing to a vet, and she's hurt. Cass Prosper is like, she's what, late second round pick. Sonia Citron, yeah, cool. Cody McMahon, injured. Dugalich is a 6-year senior that was projected to be a third round. She was projected to be a third rounder until the NCAA tournament, where she didn't even start. Lucy Olsen barely got burned last year. Kiki Uriafen, cool. Lauren Betts might win Rookie of the Year. This team wins sub 10 games. No question about that. They are not trying to win. This is not a roster trying to win. This roster is the youngest team in WNBA history. They are not trying to win. It's as simple as that. This is a team that wants to get Juju, and the problem is that like, they went 2-4. This team is significantly worse on paper than last year's Mystics team. They ended last season 2-14. This team's not trying to win. They're trying to develop, and they're trying to get Juju Watkins. Then, as the 13th best team in the WNBA, we are going to put in a team that made the playoffs a year ago. We are going to put in the Seattle Storm. The Seattle Storm are a team that are, again, these are one of these teams that are not trying to win, but I just think they have a little bit more talent. They have a little bit more talent. Heideman's pretty decent. I like Melbourne as a bench point guard. Flauja could be an all-star as a rookie. I like Zaya Cook. Awa Magbagor when she gets healthy. Did they not cut Tana Mayer? I mean, Steph Dawson's at least a vet. Vance Luton on a dev deal. Mackenzie Holmes. This team's not good. 12 wins maybe? 10 to 12 wins. Which is slightly better than the Mystics, because I think the Mystics feel like they're trying. The Mystics are a team that just is a team of good individual players that doesn't fit. And if they start winning, they're going to switch it up and try to lose again like last year. I'm going to throw a curveball. I'm going to throw a real curveball as my 12th best team in the WNBA. And my curveball is the Golden State Valkyries. The Golden State Valkyries, I don't think people realize how much worse this year's Valkyries roster is than last year's. Yes, Gabby Williams is fantastic. Gabby Williams is one of those players, though, that on a good team looks spectacular. The Golden State Valkyries, Jacita's not coming over. Kayla Thornton, I think, had a fluke year. I'm sorry, I think she had a fluke year. I like Kayla Charles. Ileana Rupert's pregnant. She's not playing this year. Their big rotation is Kia Stokes, Letitia Meher. That's their own, like, they have one center in Kia Stokes and one actual power forward in Letitia Meher. Xanda Lassini is going to have to play reps at center. Janelle Salon's going to have to play at center. Kayla Thornton's going to have to play at center. They've listed a point guard as a forward, for fuck's sake. This roster's not good. You're going to see Gabby Williams power forward minutes. I like their coach. I like Nakase. I like a lot of things about this team. I like their fans. This roster is terrible. Like, it's actually terrible. Like, this roster is like, it's not even Connecticut Sun good, which is why I have the Connecticut Sun in here at 11. I have the Connecticut Sun as my 11th best team because I like the Connecticut Sun roster more. I mean this. Like, I like Brittany Griner over any big they have. I like Aaliyah Edwards over any big that the Valks have. Fuck it. I think Reagan Beers is better than Kia Stokes. I think Reagan Beers is a good player. I love Sanaya Rivers and Leila Khan on defense. I think Nell Angloma is going to be big. Kenny Burke is a pretty decent player. Again, not for $1 million, but she's good. Ono can play. Neepkins can shoot. Ledger Walker can run the show. Van Lith can score. This team, on paper, is better than the Golden State Valkyries, so they're in here at 11. They're in here at 11, which sounds crazy, but I'm putting them at 11. At number 10. Now, there's a gap. From 11 down, I don't think any, 10, the Toronto Tempo. I'm sorry, there are 9 teams that I'm like, have a legitimate chance of making the playoffs. And the Tempo, I think the Tempo are just a little bit off. I like Kiki Rice. I like Jiskaite. Mabry, I don't love Marina Mabry. Niara's constantly injured. No one knows when Maria Conde's coming over. Alexi Howell isn't a starter. I like Temi, but she's just a role player. Love Julie Alamond. Don't love Sykes. This is a lot of, we've got good players on paper, but we're not doing, people are talking about the Valkyries 2.0, but it's like, they try to do the Valkyries with signing the best players possible. The problem is that the best, quote unquote, best players, they haven't used any analytics like the Valkyries did. But now we have the top 9, and this is going to be a really tough one. Someone, I think, is going to miss the playoffs that we don't expect. And I'm very torn on this. I'm very torn on this top 9. And I'm going to go at number 9, the Dallas Wings. This could be one that I'm hugely wrong on. Like, the Dallas Wings could beat the Fever tomorrow. The Dallas Wings could win 25 games. I don't know how Paige and Enrique. The Dallas Wings have looked great in preseason because I don't know if it's real preseason or not. I don't know if it's real preseason hoops or they've just tried harder than everybody else, which they have. Alana Smith, cool. This team plays no defense. They are going to have to be leading scorers in the league. If they are not a top 3 team in points per game, this team won't make the playoffs. The possibility is that they are, but if they're not, they won't make the playoffs. So I have them in here at number 9 in a very, very close one. At number 8, we're going to have, this is regular season. I'm kind of torn, but I'm going to go a team that I actually really believe in the Phoenix Mercury. I don't think they're as good as they were last year. And the problem is the Phoenix Mercury is you lose Kat Westbelt. Like, losing Kat Westbelt is big. I think if they had Kat Westbelt, I would have them higher than 8 here. But losing Kat Westbelt, I find it hard to not put them there. They just signed Annalie Maley, which is a pretty big one. But like, losing Kat Westbelt is quite big. Kiara Linskins is a nice big. Sammy Wickham's injured. On paper, it's a terrible team, but you have one of the 2 best floor raisers in Alyssa Thomas, her and Caitlin. I'll give them the 8th seed. At number 7, I'm going to go with the LA Sparks. This team and the team I have at number 6 are very similar. This is an old team, is a team of old vets looking for one last ring chase, playing with a bunch of vets. I think their depth is nearly non-existent. They have their starting Ray Burrell. They're like Cam Brink. I don't know if she's going to be able to stay on the floor with these new referees. It's a really tough one, but it's like, how much do I believe in Naka and Hamby combo? Not that much. Honestly, not that much. And then at number 6, we're going to go with the Chicago Sky. Like, I don't love Gabriela Jaquez. I'm going to be real here. I don't love Gabriela Jaquez as a player. I think she would have been fine if she was the 11th pick. I'm a fan of JC Sheldon. With the Sky, I like their depth. Like, you're assuming their starting lineup is going to be the double guards in Cloud and Diggins, Rakia, Azare, and Cardoso. That is maybe the 8th or 9th best starting 5. But a healthy bench of Rachel Banham, who shoots the shit out of the ball, Sloop, Jaquez, Dijonay, Elizabeth Williams, and JC. They have their bench 5 on paper might be the best bench 5 in the league. So, look, I think the Sky are going to be a better regular season team than people think. I'm going to have them in here at number 6. At number 5, now this is where it gets very, very interesting, because we're down to the Liberty, the Aces, the Fever, the Dream. Have I missed somebody? And the Lynx. Number 5 is the Lynx. Jesus, I forgot about them. I think the Lynx are going to be way better than people think. Like, way better than people think. 24, 25 wins minimum. I think they're going to be so much better. I think it's going to be a runaway rookie of the year for Olivia Miles. I think she's going to be an all-star. Look, I don't love Natasha Howard, but I'm a huge fan of Maya Caldwell. Olivia Miles, fantastic. Ola Kosu, MVP in Russia. Dalar, great glue guy. Courtney Williams is still Courtney Williams. Hamzova is really good. And Nia Coffey can play a role. Dorka, when she comes back, coming off a EuroLeague MVP. Kayla McBride, I think, could make an All-WNBA team. Chikova, really good, can be a solid starter. And I think this team is hovering around or above 500 by the time Fee comes back. And with the way they play, she's going to slide in. They're instantly going to be one of the best teams. I don't think this team is a contender. I think this team has a chance of being close to a top, being the 4th or being the 5 through 8 in the playoffs and upsetting a team in the playoffs. I'm going to have them at number 5. And now at number 4, we have the main 4 teams. And for the regular season, I'm going the Aces at 4. I don't know. I think it's hard. It's hard to run it back. It's hard to keep that mentality. It's hard. We saw it in 2024. They were 4th in the regular season. It's hard. And this team is nowhere near as good as 2024 Aces. Like, the 2024 Aces is the best iteration on paper of that team, other than 2023. Jesus. But it's going to be, whether they're 4 or 1, all comes down to how Kennedy Carter plays. Like, it's going to come down to Kennedy Carter, realistically. At number 3, we're going to put in the Indiana Fever. The Indiana Fever as a regular season team should be, if everything, their ceiling is 34 wins in the 1 seed. Their floor is 24 wins in the 6th seed. That's kind of where you're looking at the Indiana Fever. I give them, they're probably going to win 27, 28 games. If this team stays healthy, they should be a top 2 offense in the league at worst, and not a bottom 3 defense. That's kind of what you need. You need number 1 offense. If you're the number 1 offense and number 10 defense, this Fever team will win the regular season. This Fever team, good offense always beats good defense, and this Fever team could be historically great on offense. Caitlin healthy, and not only that, while they might be a great team defender, team defensive teams, or team defense, Jesus, but when you have Raven Johnson, you can get individual stops. When you have Lexi Hall, when you have Aaliyah Boston, you can at least be competent with those 3 players. Caitlin Clark, Aaliyah, one of Caitlin Clark or Aaliyah could win MVP. A lot of people are putting Caitlin as their MVP favorite. I think Aaliyah Boston might be my MVP favorite. This team has it all. It's just regular season. I don't know. I don't know how I feel about them in the regular season. Number 2 is an interesting one because this team's not healthy. This team's not healthy right now, and I would have them run away number 1 if they were healthy. It's the New York Liberty. Satu, no one has Satu is just Satu. How many games she plays, I don't know. They're already calling up hardship players. Phoebish isn't there yet. Raquel Carrera isn't there yet. I think they could start off 5-5 through 10 and then just go nuts. What the hell is that picture of Julie Vanloo? What year is that? Oh, that's her this year from the Sparks. I didn't realize the retro jersey. I'm like, what jersey is she wearing? But they have Benaijlani Hamilton back. This team could be good. This team will be really good. I just don't know if they're going to be really good day 1. And number 1, the regular season, I'm going to go the Atlanta Dream. I'm a big fan of this Atlanta Dream squad. I think Angel Reese is at her best when she's a center and she's playing center. So you're going to get Angel Reese at her best. You're going to get Ryan Leisha Gray. I think you've got a really good regular season coach. I don't know how Smesko is going to be as a playoff coach, but you've got a regular season coach and a damn good one. I love Isabel Bourlaise. I like Tahina Pau. I like Naz Hillman. Losing Maya Caldwell, and I really think they should have went to try to get Maya Caldwell back. I'm not going to lie. I think that's something that they should have done, given the fact that they were trying to give her away. I think they should have went out of their way to get Maya Caldwell back. But I like Holly Winterburn. Medina O'Cott looks good. Sika Kone is really good. This is a regular season team. I don't know if they win it all, and I'm not putting them to win it all. My prediction for the final is still Aces Liberty. I think the Fever have a puncher's chance of winning. I think the Fever are going to be a better playoff team, this Dream team. This is a team built for the regular season. I think they win 32. They win 30 minimum. 30 minimum is my prediction.